It just lags and it comes back up. Oh my god.
Cave Sports. I love Cave Sports.
Sports makes me hot. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cave Sports Football. I am joined by my co-host Francis, Legit Naro, and Feel the Burn. If you want to connect with us past this episode, visit k4v3.com for the Discord link. Now, before we kick off our episode, I'd like to plug in our sponsor, SafeLightCandle.com. They have a wide assortment of LED lights that can help light up or add accent lighting to your home, office, or studio. All available at unbeatable prices. Visit SafeLightCandle.com so you can stay lit for the low. All right, boys. Was it week 9 is finally in the books? We got a lot. I mean, week 10. Sorry,
week 10.
I'm
we're finally
double digits now.
We're almost done, boys.
It's crazy how fast this season's going. I remember our first episode; we were excited for it. Now, here we are. A lot of shakeups in the NFL so far. So, let's get going with that recap. Week 10. What we got?
I don't know. What do we got? Who won last week? Oh.
Panthers, Bears. I mean, how exciting that game was going to be, anyways. You know,
A bunch of field goals.
That was the first Thursday night game I didn't tune into. I was like, I'm gonna go find something else to do.
Yeah.
Yikes.
My fiance wanted to watch it. I was like, I don't know if you want to.
Patriots continue that slump of theirs. Colts beat them 10-6. Still, that was such a boring game to watch as well. I tuned in and said, "Yeah, I'm good with that one." Here's a shocker.
Like one of the football, worst things in football that happened in Germany, right? In a couple decades, huh?
I mean, not the worst thing. I could think of a couple things that worse
I
happened.
said in football.
Germany,
Hold on. I said in football. I said in football.
Okay.
Germany?
Yeah.
The Blitzkrieg.
Frankfurt did not deserve that game, and not in a good way.
No, they didn't.
All the primetime games were like ass.
Yeah, and I feel like Frankfurt's like, damn, this is what football is? Fuck this sport. Another shocker that we all had Ravens winning this, but the Browns pull it off. It was like a weekend of field goal wins, man. What's up with that?
Yeah.
But Browns squeaking by 33-31 to the Ravens. Then we got Naro. You do the honors. This is your team right here.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I was nervous for a little bit there because we started off so good, and then the Packers took advantage of the fact that we have no middle linebackers anymore because they keep getting hurt. They just sat in the middle of the field, but we won. That's all that matters. They're not pretty, but they're wins.
Steelers money line back of the week definitely hit.
Is that running back 1, Jalen Warren?
Oh, hey, watch yourself.
Jalen Warren.
I mean, isn't he the starter now?
No.
That's what they said, right?
I could have sworn he's a starter now.
I could have sworn too.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. They're so back and forth. It doesn't.
In one of my leagues, I actually have Jalen Warren and Najee, and I'm thinking about starting both of them this week just because my running backs are ass.
We're living dangerously.
Yeah.
That's something you should consider stacking. If you have both of those running backs, stack them.
Might as well, right?
Pushing that run game hard. Both of them scoring touchdowns. Both of them. I think Najee had 9 yards and Jalen Warren had 100. They're both coming out of the backfield with some catching. So they're pushing them.
Yeah. 49ers, Jaguars. I chose the Jaguars, so I took my L on that one.
I don't blame you. I too was worried like Naro for this game. Albeit I wasn't worried as long in this game because it was pretty evident in the first quarter that the Niners are absolutely back. And it was great to have Trent Williams out there again and Debo. Shout out Chase Young to get his first sack as a Niner. So
that duel is scary.
Oh,
yeah. It's gonna be fun to watch.
That's rough on the passer, not roughing the passer.
Yes, that is 3 dudes on one guy. Like that's tough. Yeah, that's not a situation you want to be in, boys.
Got a dude on his ass.
Yeah, that's like picking the Jacksonville Jaguars and the other 3 dudes pick the Niners.
Saints, Vikings, Pasternaut again with his second win as a Viking over the Saints. I don't know. I don't think the Derek Carr experiment's working for New Orleans. I kind of had hopes for Derek Carr, thinking, he had a chance because the Raiders are the Raiders. Maybe he just needed a new team, but it's just showing that he's not. Maybe his time's passed and he's just going there to, who knows, but. I like what Josh Dobbs is doing with the Vikings. I think it's a fit for him. I think it's a very good fit for him. And do you guys think that if he continues to excel, that we may see Kirk Cousins on the exit with the Vikings?
No.
Ooh, no. I will say though, Josh Dobbs is my favorite person that I know that has alopecia. So shout out Josh Dobbs. And he has turned the Vikings around. Not enough to dismiss Kirk Cousins, but he's transformed that offense, and that defense is still pretty stout. So they're on the come up. They're hot, and we'll see what happens this week.
This nickname is cool as fuck too, Pasternaut.
Yeah, I just think that Vikings are on the Kirk Cousins. That's their guy. Josh Dobbs is great, and they love him there. But since Kirk Cousins is ready, he'll be back. And Josh Dobbs will be on to another team.
Yeah, Texans, Bengals, another shocker. Bengals,
great game. This is a great game.
Where my Stroud boys at?
Yeah, I love DJ Stroud. He got that dog in him.
Well, break it down for us real quick, then, Francis.
I mean, they jumped out to a crazy big lead. And, of course, in Bengals fashion, they start off slow, and then they come back raging hot. If it weren't for a drop pass by, not T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, in the end, Tyler Boyd literally had the ball in his hands in the end zone, and as he came down, just popped out. So they would have probably won that game. So the Bengals had to settle for a field goal and gave the ball back to C.J. Stroud with like a little less than a minute left, and he just marched down the field for game-winning field goal to put his kicker in position. And yeah, the way he's composed in the pocket as a rookie and just like staying there to the last second, making the pass, taking the hit, I think that's the most impressive part about CJ Stroud. A lot of rookies kind of, they kind of get hesitant and move around and try to get out of the pocket without being patient.
Bryce Young. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, he's Bryce Young. Yeah. But yeah, CJ Stroud is incredible. I have high hopes for him and the Texans team. I mean, they probably. I want them to make the AFC wild card, or possibly win the AFC South. But I think the Jags still have that number to win the AFC South, but they're coming close to getting a wild card berth if they keep it up the way they're going right now.
We are halfway through the season. I can definitely see the Jags move, or the Texans moving up. They are starting to figure out their team, and CJ Stroud is the truth. I've been saying it since he kicked the Steelers' ass, which was week 3, something like that. So I'm totally on board with CJ Stroud. That man is. It's funny too because everybody was talking about he was going to be the one that was going to have troubles coming into the league. Everyone else, Young and Richardson, like you're going to be okay. But he proves everybody wrong. That man knows what he's doing. He's super like Francis was saying, he's super composed in the pocket, and they are just that Texans team is really starting to mold together and figure it out.
Shout out D'Amico Ryan. That doing a great job coaching over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That Niners coaching tree is looking really nice right now.
Yeah, it actually would have been nicer if Aaron Rodgers didn't rupture his Achilles, because I think Bob Saleh would be looking really good too if he had his quarterback. But yeah, no, that Niners tree is fruitful, as they would say.
Yeah.
You and your dad joke, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling it tonight, boys. Let's go.
Let's keep it going again. Let's go recap. We got another slide of scores, so let's see what's going on. Titans, Buccaneers. Buccaneers dominated that game. Lions, Chargers. This was a good game. I had fun watching this one, man. Just going down to the wire. I know who chose. Did I choose the Lions? I wasn't sure. I chose Lions, I think.
I chose the Lions. Everyone else chose Chargers.
I chose Chargers. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, another game that was decided by a field goal. It was a lot, like I said, a lot of games this weekend decided by field goals, and we have the Cardinals. Wow, pulling out that win against the Falcons, and I know I chose the Falcons. I thought the Falcons were gonna come out on top, but
I might have been the only one to choose the Cardinals. I think
so.
I think Kyler Murray came back, right? That's why
Kyler Murray came back, and it was Call of Duty weekend. I don't know. It just kind of felt right, Kind of felt right, boys.
Giants, Cowboys smashing Zach's favorite team early on in the season. The Giants.
Yikes.
Commanding win by the Cowboys, but I mean it's the Giants, so
shout out to everybody in Survivor who's still at Dallas. Got to pick them.
Yeah. Commanders falling to the Seahawks 29-26. Pretty close game. Big game for what's his name? The running back. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank to the running back.
Kenneth Walker?
Yeah, Kenneth Walker is my running back, but good game for him and Brian Robinson. Actually, Brian Robinson had a good game. It's a lot. It was a lot closer than I expected this game to be, but it was a fun one to watch. Now we have the Jets Raiders. For a Sunday night game, it was kind of a snoozer until the last few minutes where the Raiders put themselves up. I don't know. You guys see anything you liked about that one?
Nope.
I did see something though that I will tell you. What's his name? Matt McConnell? Is that the quarterback for the Raiders?
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell, yeah.
Aiden O'Connell, okay.
Whatever his name is. He looks like Ezra from Super Troopers.
It's that mustache, man.
Leader Cola?
Dude, oh my God. What was your favorite bar you want to take us to? Oh, Shenanigans?
Ooh.
Yeah. And then the Monday night game was a big one for me because it's my Broncos pulling off the win. Gifted a win, if you will, with the 12 men on the field in the last 13 seconds. I saw a meme that was saying this whole season the 13 seconds have been haunting the Bills because the game was decided with the last 13 seconds of the game. So, for me, I'm just happy to see the Broncos, like I said, when that 70 points was scored on, I was like, dude, they got to get better from here because there is no way they can get any worse than that. And they have gotten a lot better. The defense has been pulling through. A lot of turnovers forced by the Broncos on the Bills. And the offense, it's playing enough to win games, and that's fine with me. But for those of you that watched it, what's your takeaway from this game? Because there's a lot of things going on with Josh Allen, too. A lot of people are saying it's time to talk about Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen, what happened to him, man? Over the past, this season and last season, he hasn't been Josh Allen I knew from, 2 or 3 seasons ago. And Stephon Diggs didn't have a great game. I mean, I don't know. I felt like you should be targeting Stephon Diggs a little bit more. And I know the Broncos' defense is probably solid, but come on, get Diggs going in some short passings.
He was just blanketed by Surtain the whole time, and Surtain arguably one of the best corners in the game, and it's hard to throw in that direction. But they had opportunities, but it's just the passes that were off by Josh Allen. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to be that gunslinger, and it's not working. He needs to be more poised and wait for it to develop. But maybe the pressure got to him. There could be a number of things, so we don't know what's going on. But Josh Allen hasn't been playing that well. And
do you guys think it was fair for the Bills to fire the OC right after that game? Or I don't forget the OC's name, but I was kind of
Ken Dorsey.
Yeah.
I don't think it was fair, to be honest, because there was a lot of things that happened with that game that isn't his fault. Like the last 13 seconds with 12 man on field, that's an error as a team. Just a lot of and then mistakes, and like you said, Josh Allen just throwing because he's trying. He's just trigger happy now. That's what I'm noticing from him. He's just throwing it out there, and back then I guess he got away with it. but right now people are kind of catching on to his game and his scheme, and they're making it tough for him. But as far as the OC goes, I felt like the play calling was the running plays we couldn't stop. The Broncos couldn't stop it. He was running all over. So, I think it was a little premature to let him go.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of those plays, it was just Josh Allen just turning the ball over. I mean, I don't understand why you would fire the OC when a lot of the games being lost aren't really his fault. It's a lot of Josh Allen's turnovers, and that last play was all special teams. So, yeah, it kind of seems premature to me as well. I would have let the season out, ride it out a little bit, and especially all the success they've had the past couple of years.
Do you think maybe it's the pressure is getting to that front office too, because they're starting 5-5? They don't want to go under 500, and being a playoff team, kind of playing as a team that could miss the playoffs, but I don't see them missing the playoffs. Do you think maybe the pressure got to the front office that we got to change now?
I think that I think that, yeah, but I think that they kind of. I mean, I agree with what Francis said. They just went a little too quick. He's proven himself, right? Why are we making this decision so quickly when it should have been maybe let's make some adjustments and try to get it figured out? Now, we also don't know what's going on in the locker room. We don't know what's going on in the office, right? So there could be other things that's been happening that could have affected it as well. Maybe it could be what's going on in the front office. Could be the way he's affecting the players. That the reason why players are playing like this, right? There could be something that we don't know about. But if we're going to talk about surface level stuff, yeah, I think it was a little bit too quick. And I think that they were probably just like thinking, we got to make a change. But I think that was not the change to make. I think the change was we got to sit down as a team and get this figured out.
Yeah, man.
I think possibly Josh has too many weapons, so it forces him to stay in the pocket more, try to find that extra read, and that's where the disconnect's coming from. Whereas in years past, if Diggs wasn't open and the number 2 look wasn't open, he was going to scramble or check down. Whereas now, like Kincaid's there, and I don't know, he may be trying to do too much. They might have overcomplicated it for him. Not saying that he's not capable of it, but he just hasn't adjusted to whatever they've implemented this year, because they're not doing the same things they were doing before. And he's not the same quarterback. So I don't know. Maybe that could be a reason. But yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily something that they also see, because by them firing the OC, that just means it's probably a schematic thing. And he was the dude that also threw that iPad down in the booth a couple years ago. That infamous video that went viral. Like, he was slamming that shit against. So I don't know. It's just not looking good in Buffalo right now. So let's see if they can turn it around.
I mean, I still have Buffalo winning their winning the East. I don't. The Dolphins can't figure out for the life of them. They can't figure out anything going on with them. So, and obviously the Pats are the Pats. So
definitely. Before we get to our rant, I just wanted to go over our playoff predictions as it stands right now. How do you guys have this playing out? I think we have a slide for that, right? That Zach provided for us. Here's our playoff prediction right now. Obviously on the board right now, we have the Chiefs and the Eagles. Francis and I kind of talking behind the scenes before we got on the air. It's going to be Broncos Eagles in the Super Bowl. They're not even on this. They're not even on this.
I don't see the Bronco. Wait, they changed their logos. They have horns now?
No. We're coming.
That's what he said.
Current playoff picture, right? If we were to go into playoffs right now.
Yeah.
As of this moment, yeah.
So how do you guys see this playing out?
Oh, let's see who's shifting right here.
I honestly think
the Saints will fall out.
Yeah, I think for the most part, NFC will stay the same.
Well, actually,
the Saints might stay because the NFC South is so weak. They might just get in there. Yeah, I really feel like, maybe the Vikings will slide out, and someone from the NFC, someone from NFC West, like the Rams.
Like the Rams?
I don't know. They might. I don't know. I don't see too much going on in the NFC. Like maybe the Vikings fall out. That's all I see. Because I mean,
it's slim pickings in the NFC, dude.
It's Josh Dobbs hasn't really played a good team yet, right?
Yeah.
So don't really know what he's going to do. And not that
he's playing a good team on Sunday Night Football. You'll see.
No, he's not. The alopecia god's going to destroy the Broncos.
Broncos, he would figure it out, but stop it. Let's not do this.
You guys said that last week, and look what happened.
The Vikings did beat another playoff team on this list just recently, so I don't know.
So I think that it's crazy that on the AFC side that the Bills are not in the picture and the Texans are in the picture. I also think it's wild that they're not in the picture too. The Bengals are last in the North.
That's crazy.
It's crazy not to see him in this picture either.
Yeah.
Just last year they were red hot, thinking they'd come in this season, but they're not even on there. I don't know what's going on. Is Kevin McAllister
There's 2 AFC South teams and 3 AFC North teams, and we thought in the AFC those were going to be the 2 weaker divisions in the AFC going into the season. Crazy.
I see the Texans dropping out and the Bengals taking that spot, and I see the Browns dropping out, and I see the Bills taking that spot.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
You don't see the Steelers dropping out? Okay.
I could see the Steelers dropping out. Either the Steelers or the Browns dropping out, possibly both.
Yeah, and then the Chargers coming in. Yeah, exactly. I know. I feel you.
No. Denver's coming in.
Listen, we're not going to play games with the Broncos. We're not going to play games with the Chargers. Don't do it.
Well, they're still going to play twice, so that'll be fun.
And yes, technically on this chart, the Steelers are, as of the way the games are played, the weakest team. But Steelers are half a game behind Baltimore in the North. They are they will beat the Bengals at least once. I think they can beat the Browns again this week. Okay, which will give them complete tiebreaker over the Browns. And depending on how the end of the season goes, the Steelers also might be able to beat Baltimore in the last week of the season because it's the last week and everything comes together with the Steelers. Again, like last year, they were in the playoff picture. It just got bounced out because the Dolphins won a game.
Hey, I'm down to see a Steelers-Eagles Super Bowl. That sounds great to me, right?
Oh my god!
It was supposed to be years ago.
Jesus.
Patriots. That was supposed to be the Steelers Patriots.
Okay.
So I don't know if we got the slide for it or not, but I remember sending one in. The standings as it is right now for the AFC, 14 of the 16 teams are 4-5 or better in the conference.
Damn.
So it's going to be chaotic these next 8 weeks.
It's so crazy how the AFC is so close, and then NFC is kind of like whatever you see is what you're gonna get in the NFC.
I know, right? So it's like really like the Rams, and that's pretty much it from the NFC, right? The Rams can make some noise. Packers,
yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so. No.
Giants, Commanders, no. Nobody in the South. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, NFC East. I think it's just Cowboys and Eagles. The Cowboys probably get that wild card spot. But yeah, I mean, what you see, like again, AFC, we just listed like 4 teams that aren't in the playoff picture that could probably well be in the playoffs at the end of the season.
The other team to look out for that might drop off is the Jaguars, and the Texans could take their spot.
That's
interesting.
Yeah,
but I don't think that the Jags will lose enough to where they're going to be out of the picture.
True.
Just think that they might lose their spot as first.
There's still plenty of games to decide this positioning. So as it stands,
they already
right
lost to the Texans too.
Yeah,
that's true.
So we'll see how the rest of the season plays out before we get there. This whole picture could be different by the time the playoffs start rolling. Like the Broncos going to be in there.
Oh my god!
Yeah, quite possible. I mean, I'm down for Eagles.
If they go undefeated from here on out, it's
Super Bowl.
fucking Francis is like, oh yeah, Eagles Chargers too would be cool.
Yeah, as long as the Eagles are in it, that's all he cares about.
Yeah, well,
He
we'll
can,
talk about them.
I don't mind seeing the Eagles. Eagles Browns.
Yeah.
Eagles Browns would be
Hey, who
great.
knows? Who knows? Maybe Patriots get in there. Eagles Patriots again.
Who knows? Fuck it. Put the Raiders in there. Raiders Eagles. Great game.
Hey, that would be dope though. 'Cause
Oh,
the
there's
Raiders
the
are
standings
playing
right
in
there.
Vegas. Oh, okay.
AFC standings.
Look at that.
Damn.
Come
4
on,
and
13,
5.
14. 14 and 16. Colts too.
Wow.
We got our points from a potato this week. So
I will tell you this: that if Kenny Pickett didn't get hurt in the Jaguars game, Steelers would beat the Jaguars.
yeah, that is.
That would have been nice. That would have helped everybody else out too. That
I
would
can
be cool.
see that. Yeah.
But they're selfish. Yeah,
Who would've
dude,
thought,
that,
you know?
that's so nuts.
The standings are a lot closer than
That's
it seems, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Dude, the
anything
Broncos
can
are only 3 games behind the Chiefs for the best record in the AFC.
Yeah, and we're gonna get
3
it.
games.
We're
the
gonna get
Raiders
it.
are 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Raiders are
I don't-
500 now.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
they're
Yeah, AFC's crazy.
Whoa!
AFC is loaded, bro.
close.
And
Contention.
how many of those teams have like a top flight quarterback on them too? Like fucking 10 of those teams. It's
Yeah.
gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Except for the Broncos, but
Let's look at the NFC. I want to see how bad the NFC
His
is.
stats tell you
Well,
otherwise.
You got to get a screenshot of NFC, send it in. It's probably hot garbage.
Okay.
There's a pile of shit, dude. Just put a shit emoji there, and that'll be our slide for the NFC.
Well, in case teams don't make it to, well, of course, there's going to be teams that's not going to make it to the playoffs. They have the NFL draft to look forward to. I guess we could start speculating on the NFL draft a little bit.
Caleb Williams draft?
Going, not a fan. I think he's overrated. So, yeah, how do you guys see this going on with the NFL draft? Here we go. Draft order.
look at all those NFC teams.
Yeah, look at that. Crazy.
This is the NFC standings right here, dude.
In reverse order.
In reverse order. Oh, my poor Giants. Sucks to see them down there.
Chicago is moving out, man.
I mean, they're probably. I don't think that they're tanking for Marvin Harrison. I don't think he's the answer for their problems. And
I think the Giants are going to get Caleb at this point because Chicago's getting the first pick. They don't need a quarterback. They got Justin Fields.
That's what I was saying too. They're going to get Harrison.
Yeah.
The Giants could get Caleb, and that could be their modern day Eli, like their Eli situation where they got Eli, and then also they beat the Patriots twice.
Except it'll be a reversal or Caleb's. I'm not playing for the Giants. Trade me to the Chargers.
That's not going to happen. 100%.
Imagine that. That's not going to happen. You got Justin Herbert. They don't need no quarterback there. But the
Interesting
Giants,
though.
or if the Giants pass up, Patriots are definitely going to take Caleb Williams. I see that happening.
It's
Or
very
Mac
interesting to
Jones.
see
All three,
New England there.
all three
Yeah.
of those teams right now need a quarterback.
Well, they got Justin Fields for Chicago, so
Yeah, but Justin Fields. Oh, that's right, because that's the trade. That's right. Sorry.
yeah. So I
Yeah,
don't
that's a
see
trade from
Chicago-
Carolina.
I don't see
Yeah.
Chicago going for that, but
New
I think
England. That's
New
to
England,
watch.
New York, they're probably
Yeah.
going to be hoping to get Caleb Williams. So Arizona doesn't need one. Chicago has
Rams, maybe?
That's not true.
Rams. If he falls that far, it'd be crazy, right?
I really don't. I think that Arizona's getting sick of Kyler.
You think so?
I do.
Well, he's undefeated on the season as starting quarterback. I'm just saying.
1-0, baby.
Yeah, I'm just hey.
Green
That's a better percentage than Russell Wilson right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's true. He's sub 500.
When you play one game, you look good against anybody. Okay. We got,
Oh, forgot about Tampa.
I don't think Chicago's going to go for a receiver.
You don't think so? They'll go defense. Try to build up the Bears again. They just got Sweat. Sweat looked really good.
It doesn't need a receiver. They need a fucking line, is what they need.
Yeah.
Build the trenches.
Right? They draft a lineman.
On
And
either
one-
side. on either side.
Or they trade the pick and get hella picks for the next couple drafts. Trade the pick to the Rams.
You got to move.
Oh, the Rams don't have picks to trade. Yeah, Rams don't have picks to
I
trade.
don't know.
Bears have to move now. They can't wait any longer.
Green Bay, I mean, what do you guys? I think they probably try to go for a receiver.
They need a receiver.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson is not their receiver.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to give Jordan Love someone to throw to.
Green Bay could trade up in front of Arizona, maybe, to try to get Harrison.
Good.
Yeah. I don't think the Rams have the capital to be able to do it, but that would be the team I think Caleb would fit best instantly with. Would be with Sean McVay. Yeah, and the Rams with Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua.
You think?
But do you think that?
I don't think they'll be
Caleb
able to trade up. So they're gonna have to tank now.
I think. But do you guys think that Caleb Williams demanding that when he gets drafted to a team, he wants to have some partial ownership? Do you think that's going to turn off some teams? Like, now we don't want to draft this guy.
No, it's not gonna turn anybody off.
I think it does. I think it does. That was some cocky shit that he said.
Yeah, you can give him like 0.01% equity. That fool has equity.
Kroenke would give it to him.
It's like, you didn't say how much,
Yeah,
so we gave you this.
0.01.
Yeah.
There you go, dog.
You decide.
I mean, interesting negotiations there for someone who's not even drafted yet.
I know. Yeah,
He hasn't. I don't think he's won a game since he started saying that too.
It would have been different if like USC was nice this year, but they're not even ranked anymore.
They are nice. Their defense sucks. We're not talking college. I don't want to get mad.
What else you guys?
Fuck.
Yeah, who we falling under?
Atlanta's screw up their pick again, so it's not like it matters.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of movement in here though.
I feel like we'll see some trading up going on during draft.
Tennessee needs a quarterback.
Yeah, we're gonna see some definitely.
Will Levis.
Yeah,
Still Levis. That's right.
Give Will Levis a second. He is new.
I'm sad talking about the draft because it's like
Washington might trade up.
Season's over.
yeah, right. That's why I'm like, eh. But I mean,
Denver,
Tampa Bay.
Denver will trade up for a quarterback.
Who?
Denver.
There's
Maybe.
a lot of them in this draft. They might just mess around and just someone will fall to them.
Yeah, I see them kind of just waiting at
There's
13th
quite a
and
few quarterbacks.
grabbing a quarterback. I mean, I was talking to Danny about quarterbacks, and first picks never turn out to be the best quarterbacks lately, and it's always like these late drafted quarterbacks that turn out to, like I told him, Tom Brady was drafted super late, and look at him now. And none of these first round quarterbacks ever really, live up to the hype. So I don't mind like a late quarterback falling down to 13th, and because we're going to need one. Russell, we're stuck with Russell because of that contract. Realistically, that's the only reason why we haven't gotten rid of him.
And he's keeping you in games.
He is. He's doing enough. He's definitely been the best quarterback we've had since the Manning era. But we're going to need a quarterback under him. Chargers, I think they'll probably go defense. I think their offense is doing pretty well. I mean, they have a good receiver core. The running backs.
They have some decisions to make. They got 4 players who are projected to make over $20 million next year. So that's going to be very interesting to watch to see how they do some cap gymnastics.
Is Sanders entering the draft?
Who?
I'm not sure.
Shador?
Shador.
He might.
No, I don't think so.
I think he might. I don't think he should, but I think he might.
Stay another year.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Those. The Bills and the Bengals, or the Bills and the Bengals, I think are going to be higher on this list. Not higher as in number. I think they're going to move back on this list.
Well,
I mean,
I guess we're going to have to see how this all turns out, huh?
I love how 3 is actually red because that means they're moving away from the top. I think that's hilarious how whoever.
Yeah, shout out to the Twitter account that had this.
That's funny.
We won 3. They just want you to know that. That's why. All right. Now that the draft is out of the way, we have a segment that we're going to go through called the Collision Course. This featuring Francis Eagles and our fellow Discord member and host one day eventually if we can get him on, Aaron. The Eagles and the Cowboys are on a collision course. Where's our... There it is.
Yeah, so I pulled this off of X. Week 10, Cowboys got that dub, so now they are 6-3. Eagles are 9-1. They're set to face off Week 14, and I think it's a high possibility that they both have the same record going into that matchup. Very high possibility. I see the Eagles losing 2 of those 3, and the Cowboys not losing, and that means they'll be at 10-3.
Tell them how you feel, Francis. I saw that face.
So
yeah,
I feel they're going to lose one, and it's either going to be the Chiefs or the Niners. We'll see which one they lose. But yeah, you're right. I mean, they could possibly lose 2 out of 3. They might lose all 3. Who fucking knows? I mean, it's football. But yeah, you're right. This does set up for a crazy Week 14 matchup. The Cowboys kind of have an easier schedule during this stretch versus the Eagles. But I think the Eagles are well prepared. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a great leader, and they have a great mix of young guys and vets. I think they're going to be well prepared, and I feel like they're going to win 2 out of 3 of the next games. I feel like they're going to win against the Bills because the Bills are trending down. I'm just not sure which one they'll. I don't know. This Chiefs,
I think they'll beat the
Monday
Chiefs.
night game is going to be a big indicator of how the next 3 weeks will be. So we shall see.
I see the Eagles taking down the Chiefs and the Bills, and then probably just losing like a fluke game to the Niners.
I don't think it's
I think, yeah. The Chiefs have shown that when they struggle, they have a hard time working out of it. But if the Eagles can catch them early on, I think the Eagles win that one. The Bills have been struggling. They got a new offensive coordinator. Things are going to be different in there, so that should be a win for the Eagles. The Niners could definitely win that one, though. I feel like that's going to be like the shell shock game for the Eagles.
The problem with the Eagles right now is their secondary is all banged up. I mean, we saw the last game against our safeties are banged up. Yeah, so and
they got a boo-boo.
I feel for you, man. That's such a shame.
Yeah, I mean that's why everyone's like passing down the Eagles' throat like it's nothing. I mean, their run defense is great, but when they want to pass, they're kind of getting whatever they want. So that's kind of when you're playing against these teams like top with a great receiving core, it's quite possible. But our offense is good enough to keep up. So I'm thinking it's going to be mostly shootouts. So we shall see.
Please, Naro, go ahead.
Okay, so the Eagles, first off, are the healthiest team in the NFL right now, so I don't want to hear anything about banged up right now. Okay?
Oh my god!
The Eagles will lose to the Niners. They will not lose to the Chiefs. They will not lose to the Bills. The Niners had struggles because Purdy was playing without weapons that he was used to playing with, and he is a rookie quarterback. His weapons are back, okay? And that defense, the Niners defense, is a good defense, okay? That, I guarantee you, Chase Young is going to sack Jalen Hurts 3 times that game. Maybe 3 times.
Whoa.
Dude, the Eagles' offensive line is the best in the league. I feel like they're going to get a pressure like every other play, but damn, 3 sacks?
The Cowboys also.
Not too much, but Chase Young's going to run after all game. Yeah. Now.
Well, it depends where Chase Young is lined up, so we'll see.
The boys are not losing or not winning all of those. The boys will lose to the Seahawks. The boys will 100% lose to the Seahawks, and they have the chance to lose to the Commanders. The Commanders have now put up a good fight against the Eagles twice.
Mm-hmm.
So and the Cowboys game is the Eagles. The reason why the Commanders have a chance to beat the boys is because the Commanders are a divisional team, and they're an aggressive team. They're not as a whole great, but they're an aggressive team.
Mm-hmm.
The boys will beat the Giants for sure, or they beat the Giants, or they're going to beat the Panthers for sure.
So, I don't like using the transitive property there because the Commanders played tough against the Eagles. That's when they still had Chase Young and they still had pieces and they were still motivated. They kind of had a little bit of a mini fire sale there. Seattle, if that game was in Seattle, I would tend to agree with you. Since that's going to be in Jerry World, I think that'll be a little different. However, that might be a close game. I just want to reiterate to everybody here, Andy Reid coming off a bye is historically, by winning percentage, the most winningest coach of all time. And if anybody knows that, an Eagle fan knows that with Francis. So that's why I have them for sure winning that game. And then who knows? They'll probably – that Niners-Eagles game is going to be very interesting. So just in this collision course type thing that I saw that intrigued me was if they're not tied, then there's a chance at the end of that game they will be tied. And that's going to be very exciting for the NFC East. And it's one of those high marquee matchups that will send ripple effects through the entire conference. Well, actually, it's the NFC, so maybe not too many. It might be just a little pebble in the lake because so many teams are going to be out of it by then. But it's definitely going to be one of the most highly watched games of the season. And it's going to be very, very exciting. So I hope by the time we get here that both these teams are flying high because it's going to make for some good football.
Eagles are.
We got to set up a watch along, Zach, for the Niners game, just so.
Week 13. When is that game? Like what time?
Shit.
In 3 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let me see. It's a 1:00 game, 1:25.
Who do the Chargers play that week?
Chargers
on the road.
Chargers play New England on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So that's
All
what
right.
I care about watching.
I'm available, so I will not be at that game, so I'm available.
All right, cool.
It's going to be an interesting road ahead for the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yep.
Can't wait to see how that turns out. Yeah.
Cowboys.
Very close. Very
love
close. Just looking at that, anything can happen at this. It's football, right? Like we said, Francis. It's football. Anything can happen.
Huck it football, baby.
I love it. All Cowboys and the Eagles could lose the next 4 weeks, and then we'll be sitting here like, what? This is
Exactly.
No, because you'll be sitting here with like, oh, Eagles still have a 2-game lead.
It would make a great conversation for us.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
But speaking of, before we wrap up and head into Week 11 and our caveman rant, let's go over our fantasy football. We have some scores and matchups we want to go over.
It was a great fantasy week, right? Right, Naro?
God, it fucking sucked.
Yeah. Hey, no, you actually if you turn up these next couple of weeks, you got a chance now.
You got a chance. You don't got to wear a dress.
I'm still in line.
All right, Naro, run us down through the fantasy football.
Right, hit squad. Towering win over Johnny Lance. Crumbling Herb and Ayukin. That was a close game. They got a little close down there at the edges.
It's a little brotherly match right there.
Thank you, Broncos.
Pine Bucket and Gordon Bombay. Someone tell Gordon Bombay to lose, please? Because man, ridiculous.
Hey, ducks fly together.
Yeah. Flying V.
Flying V.
All right. Jermaine's beating the hell out of people again. Took him long enough. I don't know.
I don't lose back to back, baby.
Not 17 times.
I just sleep back to back.
And I finally got a dub, and this was payback for me.
Oh,
Yeah, this is payback.
Other
Man,
boy.
that was a close one too, man. I was hoping Gabe Davis would find the end zone. But
Davis still had more points than Diggs, and I was scared. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, Diggs is the number one receiver, so there's no way that he's going to get less than well, he did.
yeah,
Yeah, Patrick Surtain.
not by much, just enough for you to win, though.
Well, looks like I'm still losing, guys. I'm 3-7, but I'm 1 point behind. Or 1 game behind like 4 people now, so I'm catching.
Yeah, it's real close. I mean, there's like 4 teams at 4 and 6. I'm thinking 3 or 4.
1, 2, 3. 3 teams at 3 and 6. I could definitely move in or 4 and 6.
Yeah,
Damn.
Good. I mean, it's still open for you. You could definitely just win from here on out.
Damn it. Of course, I'm playing Jermaine this week.
Yeah, this is.
Hey, you know what?
This
I'm
is
not putting
our-
Jerry Judy in at all.
Hey, this is a cave version of the NFC right here.
Oh.
Or it's the kid version of the AFC because it's so close.
Sure.
But Naro, you're slated to win again, so you could go 4 and 7.
Yeah, now that Najee's figured out how to fucking score a touchdown. Excuse my language.
Zach,
Oh, I gotta play.
Gordon Bombay.
Gotta play Gordon Bombay. E-Bombay.
E-Bombay.
Is there anybody on your guys' team that you drafted with high expectations and have just completely shit the bed?
Yeah, his name's
Yeah, Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I got Calvin Ridley. I thought he was going to do more, and then after week 1, he just been getting me jack shit.
my whole team was like that. Najee, only had 1 good game before he got hurt.
You drafted really good football players, but not very good fantasy players.
Yeah.
Dude,
Not
stuff
good
I
fantasy
thought was going to be my guy.
Yeah.
He had 2 good games this year.
Yeah. Calvin Ridley looking more like Calvin Klein, just hella soft.
And
My whole team was bust. Dude.
CD's nuts is, coming from behind game. He might win this one, go 5 and 6. I know we've been ragging on him all season because of what he drafted, but
yeah, I think I pissed him off. That's why he went hard in the waiver wire.
Yeah.
His waiver moves are good though. I've been watching. I was like, he's making some good picks and he's turning around them. So
it's usually pretty hard to see these nuts when you're coming from behind.
Now
you got Slime Bucket, who might lose again to Ronnie Lance. It's crazy how that guy seems an auto pick, man.
Is he even changing his lineup every week?
Maybe just buys. It's the ultimate flex.
Is he even paying attention? He just
these fucking guys spend 15 minutes every week talking about fantasy. I'm just sitting here spending 15 minutes all season doing my lineups. Ultimate flex.
Set it and forget it. And see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's what we should call our segment now. Set it and forget it.
Yeah.
We should do a second league next year where we just do that. We just pick players and
best ball
just
the whole season.
We can do best ball. Let's do best ball.
We can run 2 leagues, one competitive and one bullshit league.
We could do just like a kickers and defensive player league with punters and net yards.
Damn kickers, that'd be fun. I got
you can call it super special teams.
I'm not picking Will Lutz for the first pick. I'll tell you that.
Loser of that has to eat soup with floaties on.
Going to be another exciting week of fantasy football with Cave has been pretty fun for me. This
is the only.
But I told you, Francis, I'm not putting Jerry Jude. I'm not making that mistake again. So.
Oh man,
this league is the only time I've ever not been in playoff contention. I just want to point that out. So I'm actually really good in other leagues. So if you're watching,
yeah,
for the
he's like,
I remember in the Discord now. You're like, I drive it pretty well. Top 4 for sure.
What's really funny is I thought I drafted like shit in my other league, and I'm fighting for first place in my other league. Man, I thought fantastic in this league, and I'm doing
Hey, that's fantasy though, man.
You're fighting for first place in that league. What's that guy? 3-6 too, or what?
Gnarl's giving off very, very big, like, oh, I have a girlfriend, but she goes to a different school vibe right now.
Okay, man, Titeo. Okay.
Oh
no!
Yeah. We should do that segment, the Manti. I watched that documentary. I just like, oh my god, how did you fall for this, man?
What would we possibly do a Manti segment for, dude? What?
There's something else about shitty week of football.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I need to watch that documentary still.
Watch it, man. Like you feel
it's
bad,
good, but it's tough.
He's a nice guy. He's like, God, you're stupid.
It is very tough to watch, dude. Like not from like it's disturbing in the sense of like you see weird shit. It's just like you feel for this dude.
It's just how far that person manipulated Manti into believing this whole thing. But even I was sitting there, I was like, would I fall for that? Hell no. What the fuck? Okay, spoiler alert. One part, she said she died. And she came back to life. And he's like, oh,
there were a couple things. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, bro.
Yeah, there's definitely. Oh, jeez. Anyway, rough watch.
We'll save that energy because we have the caveman rants coming up. Zach is gonna hit us with what he's been cooking.
It's my first one.
What about this time, dog? Fucking Niners won 34-3, dog.
It is my first rant, boys.
It ain't enough.
All right, listen. We've been having fun talking about refs, and we've been having fun ranting about other shit that we've been ranting about. But seriously, though, NFL implemented this flex scheduling. Where they get to swap games out.
I still don't understand that shit.
If it doesn't, I'll get there. If it doesn't seem like that matchup should be worth it. So here's pretty much how it goes. Between weeks 5 and 10, the NFL gives themselves 2 options to flex a game within that 5 or 6 week span. They didn't use it one time in weeks 5 through 10. Couple of stats here for you. The Monday Night Football game in Week 9 was Chargers-Jets, and that drew an 8.2 in the rating and 14.5 million viewers. 14.5 million viewers, impressive. For football, not that impressive. That was the lowest viewership for a primetime game since Week 3 when it was Eagles-Bucks. That game in comparison drew a 7.3 rating and had 13.72 million viewers. And it hurts me to say, as a Chargers supporter, because I obviously love watching the Chargers in prime time because everyone gets to see Herbert play, and I think he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And they're a very exciting team to watch, as evidenced by their games in which they are very close throughout the fourth quarter. That being said, though, that game didn't draw, and a lot of people were talking about that beforehand. That could have been flexed out. Prior to that, Chargers were also in a game against the Bears, so drew 8.4 with 15.72 viewers, which was also the lowest Sunday night football game since Cleveland-Pittsburgh in Week 2. Or that was Monday Night Football. Either way, these primetime games that we have the ability to flex out, and the NFL is not using them, is quite frankly a travesty because it robs the public of seeing certain teams that are doing well that we see can grow throughout the season. For example, this past weekend, we were stuck with Jets Raiders, which you can make the argument there's pretty strong fan bases there. And the viewership did somewhat reflect it, but they had an 8.5 rating, 15.64 million viewers, which was low and was right around where the Chargers-Jets was and Chargers-Bears game were. In contrast, the NFL could have opted to put the Lions-Chargers game on Sunday Night Football, and we saw how that game ended up. That was an incredible game to watch. 41-38. That's the kind of game that NFL should be showcasing to the larger market as a whole. The other flex option or rules that I forgot to mention were that Fox and CBS have the right to protect the game. So the NFL can go to Fox and CBS and say, hey, we want to move this Sunday Night Football game and swap it out with one of the games you have. So, for example, NFL would have said, all right, we're going to swap Raiders and Jets for Fox's Chargers or CBS's Chargers Lions game. And CBS could say, nope, we're going to save that game. We're going to block it. So there's some built in to where like NBC and ESPN aren't robbing CBS and Fox of viewership, which they're entitled to because these TV deals are tremendously expensive. But there's very rare where there's less than 3 games to choose from in a slate that can be moved into primetime. Denver Buffalo, sorry Germs, but that game probably should have been flexed out of Monday Night Football. But then the caveat too is the NFL has 2 weeks to decide whether or not they're going to do it. Mm-hmm. So it was reported today that for Week 12's Monday Night Football game, I believe that is Bears, another Bears game. They're on Monday Night Football 2 weeks from now, and today the NFL decided not to flex that out. From weeks 11 through 18, the NFL can flex as many games as they want. And now Thursday comes into play. So the fact that they've worked hard to be able to like allow for them to be able to flex games in and out of slots so that way they can showcase the best football, the best product that they have to offer, and they have yet to use it this season is baffling. A lot of these recent primetime games have been lower rated than some of the marquee matchups. Dallas Niners in Week 5, the highest rated primetime game that they've had since Kansas City Jets. We all know why Kansas City Jets was rated high. That's the Taylor Swift effect. And then, the opening weekend, Buffalo Jets was the first Monday Night Football game. That's going to be high. So, we have this built in that the NFL can allow for us, the viewers, to consume what is supposed to be the better games when all eyes are on them, and they're refusing to do it. And it's just negligent. Like I said, they worked hard to be able to do this. And yes, there's some blocks, and we don't really know what the conversations have been behind the scenes. But to be able to look 2 weeks ahead of time and see a game versus two teams that are probably not going to be in the playoffs, and you can move some games around because we're having some divisional games that are going to mean a lot coming up here pretty soon. Like, you got to be able to flex those out and give a bigger spotlight to those teams. Spotlight the Texans. Like, they're hot right now. They're playing good football. CJ Stroud's a dude. D'Amico Ryans has that team playing well. We were just talking about it. I think Jacksonville and Houston play that week. They could have been flexed to Monday Night Football. That's a divisional game. That might decide a division already. NFL needs to get it together and start really looking into showcasing the matchups that are going to be beneficial for their audience to see. Because it's not like these numbers that I have are not attractive as the ones that we could have been having. Like I said, that Lions-Chargers game, that should have been seen by way more people than it did. It wasn't even top 5 in viewership because of where it was slotted. And I'm very frustrated that they are refusing to flex these games in and out, and hopefully it changes because it's been sad, guys.
I agree with you. I think I'm looking ahead on the schedule of that Niners-Eagles game we're talking about. It's at a 1:00 slate.
Yeah.
And then the Sunday night game, it's Packers-Chiefs. Like, you got to switch that out. Niners-Eagles is going to be the game to watch. Ain't nobody trying to watch.
So that might be a game, like I said, that Fox is going to protect. But to get Packers-Chiefs as like a consolation, that's still going to be a lot of viewership. And I know, Naro, your favorite musician, Taylor Swift, is going to be there. So again, we keep talking about it, but it's a thing, dude. Like, there's an effect that she has on the NFL right now. She got a stranglehold on him, like Draymond Green last night on the NFL with these viewerships on social, bro. Straight up, dude. Like, it's been real. Like, that's how quick it was.
That now there's Travis behind the door,
bro. She's changing lyrics to songs, dude, on the fly. Like, bro, it's crazy. That's a good game for Fox to be able to supplant with freaking Niners Eagles. Like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Naro's frozen.
Is Naro frozen? No, he froze.
He was about to go off on Taylor Swift, and he froze in place. The energy level was too high. Oh, look at that.
He's got some bad blood for real, dude.
Damn.
You know we got bad blood.
Oh,
Well, sorry, Naro. We're just gonna have to move on.
we'll bring him back in here.
I'm sure you had something spicy to talk about, but
Yeah.
going into week 11, we have our week 11 preview coming up. Are there any games you think should be flexed? Let's say, how about we run over the schedule like that? Let's look at
Let's
what
do
should
that.
be flexed.
So if it were me and I was in Mr. NFL and I had the ability to be able to flex,
Mm-hmm.
I would have. But see, now here's the thing though. We had to look 2 weeks prior and seen like, okay, well, what would we flex? So for this particular week, Sunday Night Football, Vikings, Broncos, 2 weeks ago, no thanks. Give me Steelers, Browns. Even 2 weeks ago, I would have rather seen that. That being said, now with the way that both those teams are playing, two of the hottest teams in football, that actually might not be a bad Sunday night matchup. And that also plays into this whole thing. So while I'm ranting about being frustrated, like sometimes it works out and we get this beautiful primetime slate, for once.
Thursday night is great.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Naro.
There you are.
Oh, we lost him.
I imagine this guy screaming at his phone, didn't realize he was.
Bro, you probably like were laying into your phone so bad it froze and it was just like too hot for the show.
Damn.
Yeah, so starting off hot Thursday, Bengals Ravens, and then Sunday Night Football actually will probably be a pretty decent game. We'll see how what Josh Dobbs does against a legit defense in the Broncos, and then see that Vikings defense against the Broncos offense will be fun. And then the main event, Super Bowl preview right here, the actual real legit like not BS Super Bowl preview.
Yes.
The two best teams in the NFL right here, Eagles and Chiefs. Best team in the NFC against the best team in the AFC. So.
Yep. Taylor Swift can actually start at running back for them. So,
so I wonder what do you guys think she's going to do? Do you think she's going to support Travis or go sit in the Eagles box because she's an Eagles fan?
ooh,
Oh man,
there's another Kelsey on that. That's rooting for the brother. I'm like, yo,
There's another Kelsey. There is another Kelsey.
Patrick Mahomes' brother and wife. It's for the
With their handshake.
Yeah.
Naro do it. Naro do it. Naro do it. Naro do it. Naro do it.
That was it. See, this guy does that shit in the shower.
Oh man,
God, it's gross. I hate it.
But yeah, we got a good slate. We got 4 bad teams on buys. Like no one has to watch them, so that's awesome.
AFC North, like division games going on this week.
Yeah, bloodbath. AFC North bloodbath right here. Love that. In the middle of the season. Can't wait. 2 teams that had rough losses last week. Oof.
Perfect
Beautiful.
timing. Gonna be fun to watch that.
Yep.
I think
Kyler makes the Cardinals interesting again. They're playing the Texans. Like that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So there's some games. There's some games there.
There's some decent games here for sure. Yeah, man. So let's get on to my favorite segment of the sports football show, quick hitters. We have our scores, I think, from last week to bring up before we get started on. So let's bring up last week's results. I think was it dang, Francis and I 8, Zach and Naro tied with 9. I remember Naro's like, when can I get away from you? Well, you got away from me this week, so
that's back when I had facial hair, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I think I'm officially buying drinks, boys, unless I go like on a 15-0 like spree the next 2 weeks.
That's not happening.
That's okay. Either one of us going to buy the next round, and next. It's all the same to me. You just buying first. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring up that schedule again and run down this next set of quick hitters. This one could be could go either
across
way.
too.
There's a lot of teams. Yeah, so left to right. So Thursday Night Football, Bengals, Ravens. Who do you guys have going for that one?
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens. Bounce back from that Browns loss. Ravens.
I'm gonna go Bengals. I might as well just go might as well just shoot for the stars while I'm behind.
It could happen though. I mean, Jamar Chase could have one of those games again, and Baltimore has no answer for it. Cowboys, Panthers, Cowboys.
Cowboys,
100%.
That's the road to that record with the Eagles right there. Starts right there. Steelers versus the Browns. I think I'm going to go Steelers. Or no, Browns.
Give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers.
Damn it. I'm going to go Browns in this one.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you for picking that. You're wrong. I'm not mad at you.
Give me the Steelers.
Like I said, I got to shake it up somehow to catch up to y'all.
I'll make a quick anecdote. The rest of the Steelers season, the Steelers have a chance to win out.
So is it? Are we back on with them being a playoff team then? Can I officially say that, or?
I think they're a playoff team. I just don't think that they're going anywhere.
Me too. All right.
Well,
Steelers are back on as a playoff team.
They could be. Bears, Lions.
Yeah, give me the Lions.
Lions.
Rawr. Not cowardly lions. That's what I'm gonna start calling them. The not cowardly lions.
Oh man.
I've only not picked the Lions once this year, and that was against Kansas City. I should have picked them.
Chargers, Packers. Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Chargers.
They haven't won in Lambeau since Philip Rivers was 2 years old. Saw that today. That made me laugh.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, but that was back when they had quarterbacks in Green Bay. So
another useless ESPN stat brought to you by Zach.
That's true.
Cardinals versus the Texans.
Give me the Texans.
Yeah. I'm a Stroud boy, so I'll go Texans.
I'm gonna go Texans as well.
If they fucking lose this week, I'll be so pissed.
Is that Texas's new team? Cowboys sliding into second place against them?
Who'd you guys pick for Chargers Packers? Did you guys all pick Chargers?
Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Titans versus the Jags. Ooh, Jaguars.
I'll go Jags too.
Give me the Jags.
Yeah, we'll go Jags.
All right.
Oh, the cave's jagging off. Let's go.
Hey, that's a parlay for you, Francis. These parlays.
Yeah, I want to say
that's what I was asking.
Last week's parlay, the fucking Ravens fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My God.
Damn.
But that's pretty much. I mean, it wasn't. When I did it, it was a lot of favorites. So I did. It was like $10 to win like 200, which is not bad. Something light.
Why not?
But yeah,
I'm start doing
Ravens
money.
fucked up. Ravens.
This one will be a long parlay this week.
I need a link with your bookie.
Hey man, hit me up. I'll plug you in.
All right.
Wait, what is this? Wait, I'm gonna do a recap. What are we universally on real quick now, so I can get the parlay in?
Cowboys,
Lions,
Chargers, Texans,
and the
Jaguars.
Jags. Yeah.
Okay.
everything but the AFC North games.
Okay.
We can add another one to that list right here. Probably another 2 to that list right here pretty soon.
Here comes the Raiders, the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Gonna rain on that Raiders hopeful parade.
Yeah. The fun stops now, Raider Nation.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was cool for 2 weeks. Yeah, but
the Giants versus the Commanders.
Yeah.
Football team.
Yeah.
I actually like that name though. Washington football team. I was like, that's pretty fresh.
That's pretty tight. Yeah. Yeah.
Bucks, Niners.
Yeah, we're agreeing a lot this week. Niners.
It's about to be a fat parlay.
Oh,
That's 8 teams right there, dude.
Yeah.
It might be more too.
Yeah.
Jets, Bills. I got the Bills.
Bills.
Wilson's not enough to get that team to win.
Well,
Dude, do any of his teammates have hot moms or not? Because, like, what's going on? Jesus. Come on, guys. Throw him a bone.
Yeah.
Bills lost in a row, though.
I'm gonna get Bills. Give me the Bills with this one.
Yeah, it's a revenge game from week 1.
I'm
And Aaron Rodgers is getting closer to return, so like we're gonna see if he's really gonna return based on how the Jets do. So I kind of want him to win this one just to see if like he will really come back early. But I'm going Bills.
Yep.
Yeah. Now we got Rams, Seahawks.
Give me the Rams for this one.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Yeah, come off a bye week.
That's how I'm going to base this off of.
Who's that? Who's home?
Rams.
Rams are home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stafford's back.
Oh,
But it's a divisional game. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What point?
that's
If
actually-
it was in Seattle, I probably would have picked Seattle.
Yeah.
Did they play yet this year? Yeah, they already played. And the Rams.
Yeah, they played. The Rams won week 1.
I'll just stick with Seattle.
All right,
Seattle.
I'll stick with Seattle.
Give me Seattle.
Another parlay
Give me
for
Seattle.
you
Give
guys
me
right
Seattle.
here.
Nope, give me Seattle.
I'm sticking
Yeah.
with Rams.
I'm gonna take Seattle.
All right. Here's a parlay for you, Francis. Vikings, Broncos, the Broncos.
I got the Broncos, baby. Let's ride.
Give me the Vikings.
The Pastronaut's not going anywhere in this game.
The alopecia wonder.
It's harder to play in Mile High.
I'm going with the Kings.
All right.
And now the Super Bowl preview.
It's
The Eagles versus the Chiefs.
You already know. Fly Eagles fly.
ELES.
ELGLEL Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the best team in football. Give me the Chiefs.
Ooh. You know what that means, Francis?
Thank God. Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I want them to rain on that Taylor Swift parade.
Let's go,
But
Eagles.
see, would that be raining on Taylor Swift's parade? Because she's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, well, you know what? She know who she's dating. If she wanted him to stay Eagles, she would have dated that.
Is Nara
What?
picking the Eagles?
I'm going solo Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yo,
You cursed yourself for it, too.
interesting. Or is it a reverse jinx at this point? Because
No, you can't.
the Eagles broke it. Remember when I called them best team and they won?
But that's because I was.
This is like Final Destination shit. Like who saved who, and like now who's next? You know.
What? We're gonna have to look at that because I don't think the Eagles won. I think you called the bet. I think it was the week before when the Eagles lost.
Well, last week when I said the two best teams that are currently playing in the week, they went 1-1 because I said it was the Bengals and then the Lions, and the Bengals lost, but the Lions won. If the Chargers would have pulled that out, I would have been like, "Whoa! Like this might actually be something."
That's not.
Can you just-
But no, hey, Chiefs are the best team in football.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
Chiefs
There you
are the best team in football. Defending champs.
I love it.
Love.
Who do the Eagles play next week? They play Buffalo. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's see what happens.
All right, I just got to clear one thing up. You said the Hawks, right, Jermaine?
Huh?
You said the Seahawks, right?
Seahawks, yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Rams.
Ugh.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
I'm
have so
still
many
thinking about
comments
this Eagles Chiefs matchup though.
on that. Hey.
Earlier, I was talking about it. You know, in the collision course, I said
Yeah.
that this would be the team that the Eagles
That they
would.
lose.
No, the Eagles would win to. They would lose
Eagles
to the
would-
Niners.
So just so everyone is clear, all the viewers, like we don't change our picks after we're done with the show. So this is it.
We have to make our changes live.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
know I'm sticking with Philly.
I'm sticking with my picks. I actually did some research this week.
Lock it in. 5, 4, 3. Lock
Uh,
it, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
Wait, can I switch from Cowboys to Panthers? Oh no, it's locked. All right, never mind.
we're locked. We already moved screens. It's over.
Oh, no worries.
The screen has been moved. We
Yep.
can't.
Operator took it down. We're good. But yeah, I mean, we're getting close to the end of our show for the night. But before we wrap it up, let's give Francis the stage with his picks. Francis, what you got for us?
I just want to say last week Steelers money line hit. We're now 7-4. I'm doing pretty well right now. I'm confident, and moving on to this pick of the week. Jermaine will like this one. It's Broncos money line, baby. I'm laying the juice minus 135. The so far the community is betting on the Vikings. 80% on the Vikings right now. So you know me, I like to fade the public, especially in a situation where the Broncos are playing at home, and it's tough to play in Mile High Stadium. Vikings are an indoor team, and I just think the veteran side of the Denver, and Josh Dobbs being only in his third week with the Vikings, it's going to start to show this week. And yeah, all signs point to just fading the public. I mean, look at that. That's like 85%. Granted, it's only Wednesday right now as we're reviewing this, and the handle on Pickett is only 81,000. But as we get closer to Sunday, it's going to be in the millions. And I think that line kind of goes down to like around 70, 60%. But that's still enough for me to pick the Broncos. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's ride.
Hey, Russell Wilson doesn't say it anymore. He says, we believed all game. We went in the locker room. I told him, hey, man, we just got to believe. And they're believing they can win. So just believe in your pick.
Oh, man.
I like that pick, though. I think it's, like you said, a lot of people are picking the Vikings to win that game. And speaking from a non-Broncos biased view, I think, there's momentum on that team side. The Vikings, like you said, you're going to see the cracks in Josh Dobbs' game now come week 3 with a defense that's showing new life. And like you said, they are an indoor team. The Broncos are coming. It's hard to play at Mile High. Every time someone comes to Mile High, they say it's one of the hardest places to even catch a breath in. So we'll see how Josh Dobbs can play in that.
And I like to add just the trend of fading the public is really starting to come to fruition. Last week, I didn't give this out on the show, but I also did Browns plus 7.5. Everyone was on the Ravens, and also did what else did I do? There's another one that I like. Oh yeah, Broncos. I picked Broncos last week too. So even though I picked Broncos spread plus 8.5 because 70% of the handle was on the Bills. So that's just something for our viewers and our listeners to keep in mind. Look up these betting stats because at the end of the day, the house always wins. MGM and Vegas collect their stakes. There's a reason why they're in business. So look at the lines, try to see the traps. And that's all I can say. This is not financial advice. Bet with forward to lose.
We do not welcome you spending all your money on betting.
Man.
You should not be breaking TVs if the bet does not hit.
Yeah, we are not liable for you losing if you bet the whole house.
So they're going to break some TVs.
Yeah. Don't bet the whole farm on it.
I just want to say one thing. We've been having a lot of fun, and I've been having a lot of fun with this alopecia thing with Josh Dobbs. I'm just happy
Charlie Villanueva's brother?
I'm just happy there's a different spokesperson that we can rally around to bring awareness to alopecia because it is a serious thing. The other person that brought it to life, not a fan of that. But Josh Dobbs, hey, good guy. So, I just wanted to point that out. It's been a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's pretty serious. So,
Ryan Shazier.
Yeah, Shazier too, and Charlie Villanueva, but Dobbs.
Yeah. He is the new alopecia spokesperson, the pastronaut, rocket scientist. I think it's just great that this guy's a rocket scientist. Like, he could quit football and
that's so
have
tough,
a steady
honestly.
fucking job.
Yeah.
That's a flex right there.
He's
thing ever.
He's not going to worry about Mile High because he's used to training for space, so it's all good.
That's not what rocket scientist is.
Okay, well, then what is it then?
Go look it up. That's not what this is about.
Well, according to
find out on
space is fake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's a
true that is.
No fake. It's a projection.
Great.
Yeah. Well, guys.
Good Lord.
that wraps it up for today's episode. If you want to continue the conversation with the sports crew, hit us up on Discord. You can find the Discord link on our website at k4v3.com. That's k4v3.com. Also, make your way to our sponsor at safelightcandle.com for all your LED lighting needs for your home, office, or studio. Visit safelightcandle.com so you can stay lit for the Lolo. Thank you all for tuning in. We have Francis, Legit Naro, Feel the Burn, and myself proper signing off. See you next week. Hey.
All right, Druzy, you can come out now.
All right, peace.
Put your Tony's back on, Druzy. God.